little sugar plums. Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited that you guys are watching this video today. I'm going to be using the new palette that I talked about in my newest haul, the collab that Gwen Stefani and Urban Decay did a little while back. I just want to let you guys know, for those of you who watched my haul, that the palette is $35 Canadian and a little bit less in US dollars on the Sephora website if you were interested in getting this palette. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm just going into the color zone. Obviously, as a transition color, this is something I do in every single one of my videos. You guys probably know this by heart. Always pick up a blending brush. This time I'm using Mint Brush number 20 and I'm working that color into my crease to just make sure all the other colors blend nicely. Now going into Mint Brush number 24, I'm picking up this beautiful brownish reddish color and I'm just looking into the mirror. I want to make sure that I'm getting this color on my crease and making sure to keep this color as above the lid as possible. I do not want this color to get on the lid. If it does, it doesn't matter, but I want the majority of the color to be above the lid. It's kind of like a harsh cut crease. So I'm just making sure to look in the mirror and making sure that I get the placement of the product before I go in and blend it out. I'm using a Morphe blending brush to blend this out. It's similar to the MAC 217 brush. I love this type of brush because the bristles on the brush are very short compared to other blending brushes, so it helps to nicely blend out the color and it keeps the product where I want it to stay on my eyelid area. I want the outer corner of the look to be extremely sharp as well, so that's why I'm just going to go in and really kind of give that a really sharp edge rather than rounding out my eyelid. I want to give it this really nice cat eye shape. I think that looks really nice with cut crease looks, so I'm going to do that on the outer corner of my eyelid. So now what I'm going to do is I decided that I wanted the color to be more intense, so I'm basically doing the exact same steps all over again. I'm going back in with Mint Brush number 24, intensifying the area where I want that color to be, so just above my lid on my crease, and then I'm going back in with that Morphe blending brush and blending it out, making sure to keep the product in the same spot but just blend it out so that it does not look so harsh. Now going into the color 1987 on a synthetic brush. It's this really beautiful gold color. I'm going to place that all over my lid, and I'm first starting towards my lower lash line because I want to make sure the product is nicely applied to my lid. And then what I'm going to do is, as I get closer to my lid area where it meets my crease, I'm just going to tug on my eyelid a little bit, and as you can see, I'm going very slow and I'm following the natural shape of my eyelid. I'm slightly rounding it out, but I'm making sure to just follow my eyelid. I'm not doing any crazy steps. I'm just following and making sure that it's really nicely blended out. And obviously, while it dries, girl, get your groove on. You can do it, girl. So as you can see, once again, I'm just pulling a little bit and then I'm going to follow the natural shape of my eyelid. Now I wanted this color to be a bit more intense, so I'm going to go in with some MAC Fix Plus and go back into the palette and then intensify the eyelid color. Once again, not pulling too hard, just a nice little tug and following the natural shape of my eyelid so that all of the color goes exactly where I want it to go and it does not transfer onto my crease. Now I'm going into the Smashbox Litho palette. I'm picking up the color Wheat and I'm placing that underneath my brow bone. This is going to be my brow bone highlight. I'm placing that and then just blending that down. And this is especially helpful because if you take that brown too far, this step will help you bring it back down and it won't make it look like you have like a black eye or anything like that. So I'm going to do a quick eyeliner. I'm using the e.l.f. gel eyeliner. Sorry that it kind of cuts off a bit. I need to get better at doing my eyeliner on camera. Now I'm going to prep my eyelashes for falsies. I'm going in with the House of Lashes Starlit Falsies, but before that I'm just curling my lashes with my Tweezerman eyelash curler, and then I'm going in with the Rimmel Lash Accelerator mascara. So now I'm going to color correct my skin. I'm using my MAC Prep and Prime in the color Peach Luster and placing that on the areas where I get darkest the most, which is underneath my eye area, around my nose, and obviously around my mouth. If you are a woman of color, these are areas that you struggle with as well. It's just a pigmentation thing, nothing to worry about. And now I'm going to blend all of that out with my Real Techniques face sponge. Obviously, the sponge is damp. Never use it dry. You get the most benefit when you use these types of face sponges wet. Okay, quick story time. So I went and bought the Too Faced Born This Way foundation because one of my subscribers, hey Megan, she wanted me to do a review on it. So I went out, I got it in a color that I thought would match my skin. And I think it does match my skin, but I think because it's summer and I got so tanned, the color is way, way, way too light for me. Like, look at that. You can see I look extremely pale and it just did not work. So I was putting it on and I'm like, crap, this is the wrong color. I do like the foundation, but I can't do a proper review because I was just like, what the heck, this is way too light, and I had to mix it with another foundation after. But one thing I wanted to show you guys was if you do have a foundation that is way too light for you, do not worry. Have no fear. This tutorial is really great for you because you're going to see some steps on how I make it work. So the first thing that I did was I made sure to blend, and I made sure to bring this as low into my neck, even a little bit on my chest as possible, because I just wanted it to blend and look as natural as I could possibly get it to look before I started to have to go in with other steps. So I'm just blending that in. Now I'm going in with my Sephora foundation and blending that on top just a bit to help me out. Babe, I need you to come look at me for a second.
What happened?
Wait, just look at me. Tell me if you notice anything, okay?
Looks good.
Looks good?
Yeah.
My face is a different color than my body.
Oh.
You didn't even notice.
Didn't even notice.
See how dumb boys are? They didn't even notice. Anyway, so now I'm going to go in with my regular steps. I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NW35, and I'm just placing this in the high areas that I want to highlight my face. So basically the center of my face and my lower jawline, just to help me because I put on way too much weight and I need that extra contouring help. Now, I didn't go in too much with that Sephora foundation. In fact, I only focused it on the outer perimeter of my face because it doesn't matter if your foundation is naturally lighter in the center because you were going to highlight that place anyways with concealer. So now I'm blending out the concealer with my Beauty Blender, and I'm just making sure to nicely get that all blended out. And then I'm going to go in with the Beauty Blender and I'm going to pick up my Ben Nye Banana Powder and place this everywhere that I had just blended out that concealer. If you wanted to, you didn't have to go in with a powder that was so light. You could even go in with a powder that had a bit more color just because your foundation was already lighter than your skin. This obviously made those areas a lot more highlighted for me, and I had to go in later and blend that out. Now, one thing is usually I leave the powder on for a long time, but because my foundation was already too light, I did not leave this powder on my skin too long. So now what I want to do is I want to just add some moisture to my skin, get all of that makeup to start blending so that the color becomes more like my natural skin color and it starts to oxidize. Yeah, and I accidentally hurt myself. I was just having one of those days today. Anyways, now I'm going to contour my skin. I'm going in with my Bobbi Brown foundation stick in the color Espresso, and I'm using my Becca One Perfecting brush to blend all of that out. I would not recommend putting that much foundation stick on your nose. It took me a while to blend this out with my finger, but if you want to do it, girl, you want to take on that task, go on, girl. Go on with your bad self and you do it, but definitely put it onto a brush first. It helps a lot more. So now I'm going into my MAC Care Blend Powder, and this is just going to help blend everything together. It's going to help my natural color come through, so I'm just taking that on a regular fluffy brush, and I'm blending that all over my skin. I don't care if it goes on my eyelid. I don't care. I just want to blend this everywhere. To intensify my contour, I'm going in with MAC Format Blush. This is my favorite item to use for the summertime to get me that beautiful glow. Now I'm going into Becca Opal Highlighter on this Sigma blending brush. I'm using it as my highlight brush today. I love this brush for highlighting. It just makes it so easy and it's the perfect shape. I'm just hitting the regular spots, you know, the tops of my cheekbones and down the bridge of my nose. For blush, I'm going in with this NYX Mosaic Blush in the color Love. I'm going to smile a bit, and then I'm just going to put that on the apples of my cheek and blend back towards my hairline on both sides of my face, obviously. So now to finish off the look, I'm going to put that same punk color on the lower lash line with Mint Brush number 24, and then I'm going to add some mascara to my lower lashes, and then some eyeliner in my waterline to complete the whole look. For my lips, I'm going in with two ColourPop Liquid Matte Lip, whatever they're called, you know, those liquid lipsticks. I'm going in with the color Trap, and then on top of that, I'm going in with the color Shimmy. And that it is, finito! Okay guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for getting ready with me. Tonight, Brandon and I are going out to dinner, just a little dinner date, and then we're going to his parents' house. So nothing too crazy, but I still wanted to get a little bit glammed up. I felt like I haven't done like a really dramatic look in a long time. So I was like, you know what? I want to just do something really hardcore. I want to beat my face totally. And so this is what I came up with. If you like it or there's anything you want me to know about this look, please make sure to leave it in the comment section down below. And please don't forget to tell your friends about my channel and to subscribe if you haven't already. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Don't ever forget you are so beautiful. Bye guys.